Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today we focus on Newcastle and some interesting locally owned businesses. We talk with Alex, owner of Pepe's Gelateria, and the popular Turco's Pizza. But first, we taste the wine made at Venti C Say with owner Denny Flora. Well, on my big field trip to Newcastle, I had to bring Newcastle's official ambassador, and that is Dawn Coiro. She is a Newcastle girl and really knows what's happening across the state line. And she's introduced me to Denny Flora. And of course, he is a winemaker and has his own wine bar. And that is always a good place to start, I think. And this is Venti C Say.
Venti C
Say, which is 26 in Italian. Please tell me, Denny, the significance of the number 26.
So it's basically just a family number, pretty much more than anything. I had uncles and my dad that played football wore the number. I wore the number. My brother wore the number. And then when we decided to actually dig deep into opening up a winery rather than just make it, we thought maybe it was just a nice evolution to go from 26 to 26, but change it into Italian and be done with it.
I mean, it's a great idea. I mean, how long have you been making wine?
I started making it in 2004. A friend of mine, his family always made wine, and we always liked the wine. So they invited me down to 1 year. We crushed the grapes, made it, and I remember sticking my head in the so we would put the crushed grapes in a 55-gallon drum. So following Saturday, pulled a blanket off, stick my head in, and I was hooked right there. That was it. Just smell. I can still, like right now telling you a story, like my mouth is salivating. I can still smell it. Got hooked on it, and me and my buddies, I should say, there's 3 brothers and their dad, we start making it. And year after year, started making more and more, and I just had it in my head. I'm like, this would be a great thing one day to do. You know, right now, of course, because of the pandemic, you're not going to be opening till maybe March or April. Right. But you can buy it at the yeah, we have another location.
A storefront.
Whenever this all happened, we kind of pivoted and moved everything online sales, and we were doing them out of here. And then it kind of got to the point where the other location where we produce it, we thought, well, we maybe try to have a storefront where people can walk in, because this is in a neighborhood. We don't get a lot of walk-in traffic here.
So which ones do you think we should try first? Now, Dawn, do I have to bend your arm to try this?
Never turned down
So these are our 3 dry reds right now that we're doing. So our first one here that we can try is called our Winemaker's Blend.
So salute.
That's nice.
It does. This does taste like, you know, the Italian wines.
Yeah, that's what you're used to, basement wine.
Yeah. It is really good.
We tried to keep that as much to how we always made it as possible. You know, we tried to keep the lowest amount of sulfites that were allowed. We tried to keep it so we're not touching it too much and working it too much, you know.
I mean, you've really done a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, really, the label is really attractive. You designed this yourself. What's with the lion? What do you like about the
There's a whole story
lion?
about that. We would go to festivals, and I would cook for the bar when we would go do festivals and stuff when we had the bar. And they made me a shirt because they said every time I'd come from school or wherever I was always yelling at everybody. So they'd say, here comes a lion, he's going to yell at everybody.
Roar.
So they busted my chops, made me a shirt with a lion on the front that said 26 Bar and Grill in Italian. And then in the back, it had that big lion, and it said, I probably can't swear on this, but if you can cut it out or beat it, but it said in Italian, I'm the chef, you. So every time we would go do festivals or anything, I would be on the grill cooking, and that's what you would see. No one knew what it was because it was in Italian.
What is the middle bottle with the orange?
So this middle one's called Tuscany, and this one is a take on, so there's, in the wine world, they call it a super Tuscany or Tuscany, but this is a blend of Cabernet, Merlot, and Sangiovese.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So,
Salute. Oh, yeah.
I like it.
I like that too.
Yeah, I think this one has a little bit more body than this because this has a white in it. But this is what, it makes this a little stronger because it has, you know, Moscato in it, the dry Moscato. But, you know,
okay.
we try to give all our wines just to be unique. Like each one of our wines just has a unique name. So like our Concord
Viola?
originally, Viola's purple.
That was my great grandma's name, Viola. It was just
that actually, so we called that originally, it was called Concord, and we changed the name to Purple because we did a festival at SMPJ a couple years, and we won the contest, the winemakers contest, 2 years in a row.
Did you do the wine and sausage fest? I missed that. Yeah,
2 years we did it.
there.
Yeah, we won both years we were there.
Yeah, that is a great time.
Oh, that's a good time.
Yeah.
And there was this lady that kept coming up and, give me the purple, give me the purple, give me the purple. She kept, so it just kind of turned into a joke, like, give me the purple. And I'm like, well, it's purple, so it's called Viola now.
Yeah. Now this is 100% cab?
This is cab. Yeah, this comes from California, Dry Creek, Sonoma Valley.
Very nice.
And then we called this Antora because when I started making wine, when I was saying back in 2004, so my buddies that I made it with and their dad, their last name's Antonio. You know, Mark Antonio, Mike Antonio, you know
Of
those
course,
guys.
Newcastle is like,
well, Dawn
you know,
would know.
She's
You
the
obviously
ambassador.
would.
Please.
So when I think maybe the second year we did it, we developed a little label and stuff. We said, let's name it just, you know, for ourselves. And so we put Antonio and Flora together, called it Antora.
Slancha. Smells good.
You can taste how dry it is. And,
Cab's my favorite. Right
This
now.
is my favorite.
Yeah.
I like them all though.
Yeah.
Every bottle opened is an invitation to Sunday dinner. That is a really nice.
No, that's what
That
we try
is.
to
That's
do.
a nice
Try to treat
sentiment.
everybody like family. Yeah.
We can get these at the store on Butler, and then you're going to try to reopen.
Yeah. So we're
Once
looking to
the spring
reopen
comes.
here, March, April, and get back open. And hopefully, like that was an idea with Turco, is to try to have his pizza shop. If we're running here, like we're hoping on Friday nights he's here, we're open. The people that come and get pizzas can sit down and drink wine, and vice versa.
Talk about supporting business. We're going to go downstairs, and in the basement is Turco's Pizza that he was referring to with Nick. And you really helped this guy out and gave him a place to really spread his wings and really spread the word. I mean, you're going to love this pizza. And I can't thank you enough.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Denny.
Thank
Ooh, you need a little
I have
more.
this
You
one,
drank
I got
all
a little bit
yours.
more in here.
And Dawn, thank you for turning me on to Denny.
When I want local flavor, I watch the Casey Malone Show.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Bernard. I've been giving the people of our valley free advice for over 30 years, and my message has never changed. If you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, don't try to handle it yourself. Call a lawyer. A lawyer will be your representative, dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the red tape that you may face. Hiring a lawyer doesn't mean you'll end up in court, and remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases.
That's good advice. Need a lawyer? Learn more at elizabethbernardlaw.com.
Family-owned flowerWilm Insurance Group is your full-service independent agency. Our family works with a variety of insurance companies, so you have the best choices for your insurance needs. Let us find the right product at the right price. Personal lines, business, farm, commercial insurance, life insurance. Trust locally owned flowerWilm. You focus on what's important.
We'll take care of the details.
flowerWilm, close by with 3 locations to serve you.
Ruli Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old Road Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Ruli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Join the Isle and Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Given is living. Join the Isle and Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available at $13 an hour. Given is living.
Well, I am here with Rude, the dude at the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery. And it is never too early to start planning your parties.
No, Casey, yeah, we have our banquet room that's attached to the building here for, upcoming graduations, communion, things of that nature. We also have a catering menu for offsite. So if you're interested in just letting us cook for you for your parties, we can do that. So if you want to check out our websites, you can see what we have to offer.
And what is the capacity under COVID guidelines for the side room?
Following all the COVID guidelines, we can hold up to 80 people.
Oh, so, you can still party safely here at the Magic Tree. And I gotta tell you, that menu, you have more farmers on that menu than the Canfield Fair.
Yeah, well, we love to support local here at Magic Tree, so supporting our local breweries and farms is what we like to do.
And the biggest selection of craft beer, it's all here. Magic Tree Pub and Eatery.
I personally feel that Forevermark is the best because only 1% of diamonds can even become a Forevermark diamond.
Diamonds take millions of years to be formed in the ground, and it's not very pretty. Once you get to that inner core of the diamond, it really can give beauty and light.
Forevermark goes beyond the technical qualities of the 4 Cs. They handpick diamonds that are truly beautiful.
Get real, get Kamara.
Well, here in the basement of Venti C Say winery is where the pizza magic happens. This is Nick Turco, and he has Turco Pizza. And it is my understanding, Nick, to get a pizza on Friday, you're open on Fridays and Sundays.
For now, Fridays and Sundays.
I have to call on Monday to order this pizza.
So,
is that true?
So since when we opened, we just started taking pre-orders because we're only open on Friday and Sunday. It's been working out, so we just kept it that way. And we usually fill up pretty quick.
And how many pizzas is that? Like, so on a Friday, what time do you start putting
As
the
of
pizzas
right
out?
now, we'll be doing a little bit more soon. We do about 120 pizzas a day, and we cut it off at that.
120, could you imagine? I mean, that is a really good place to be in. Now, this is your pizza. This is the size. There's not 12-inch, 16-ounce.
Just 14 cuts.
14 cuts in the oblong pan.
Yep.
And why is your pizza so special? What is so different about your dough and sauce and things like that?
So I would say it's the crust. It's baked and fried.
What do you mean?
There's some oil in the pan.
Okay, so it's at a really high temp. And where did you get the dough recipe from?
Just experimenting and just.
So would you say it's a thin crust, thick crust? How would you put it? In the
Probably
middle.
in the middle of both.
And how long did it take you to perfect your crust? So it's all about the crust, really, not the toppings?
It's about everything. But the crust is what makes us
the
most different from anybody else around here.
Let's talk ingredients. I mean,
Yeah, we
what
use,
kind of cheese? Are you weird about cheese? Are you
The cheese, my cheese
that
blends.
is
I'm a little secretive about that.
Okay.
We don't.
Proprietary.
But I'll tell you, we don't use mozzarella. Nothing.
You don't use
nothing
mozzarella?
Nothing against that.
Okay.
Right now, it's about $5.75.
$5.75. That is how it gets fried, right?
Yep. 3 of them. If you can, you might want to just do like that.
I really am a crust fan.
You got it. There's some plates over there, yeah. Let me
Now
grab
tell
one for
me.
you. Yeah.
You only started this enterprise in June during a pandemic. And you started out of your house?
Yep.
How did that work?
So,
Do you have a commercial oven at home?
No, it'd be nice. So during the time that I was off from work, during the pandemic, thank you, I had some time to keep experimenting, and then it just got to the point where I couldn't keep up, and people were really liking it, and then, I was talking to Denny, and he has a pizza oven, and it just all kind of worked out for now.
I mean, this is a perfect location.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got wine upstairs.
What else can
you got pizza downstairs. Eventually, you're gonna have to make enough to help his customers.
Definitely, I'm doing the best I can.
Now, Roberta is the better half of Turco Pizza. And what's your role here?
Well,
she puts up with me.
Other than support.
She said, "You got to get out of my kitchen." Okay, so
Open something.
So that's kind of how everything happened too. So I was like, "Yeah, you're right," you know. And it just, like I said, it just.
And you were friends with Denny,
Yeah.
and you knew he had the space down here.
Yeah,
Yep,
Denny's a huge factor. I mean, we appreciate
and then
this.
he had the oven that he purchased. I forget what, you know, but.
And then you got another oven.
And then we just got another oven. Yeah.
And then you got the Hobart. I mean, you know, this is moving along.
He don't play. Nick is, he wanted to do this, and I said, I trust you. I mean, he's been working on this for 2 years. But this guy here, he gets here at 6 in the morning. He does all this dough himself with his head honcho, Zach, that's his buddy. They stretch everything. I mean, he's literally, it's just him and this kid in the morning, and he's here from 6 a.m. to probably about 8 p.m.
When we're open, yeah.
Yeah.
So the end goal is eventually you're going to get your own huge pizza shop, and you can go service more than 120 people.
I would like to have a few. But I want to start with one. I definitely want to start with one and just spread this style of pizza to more places that don't know about it.
Well, I think you are really on the right track. And go to their website, go to their Facebook, watch their social media, and you're going to let me know when things change?
100%.
Oh yeah, turcospizza.com.
I'll keep you posted. It's delicious. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
To own a business where your name's on the window can be pretty cool. That's my family. My name is Danny Catullo, and I'm the owner of Catullo Primates. My grandfather started the business in 1962. I was able to take our old style butcher shop and bring it out to the new age using e-commerce to get our products to more customers. When we started shipping, there was not a ton of information out there. That's where we really worked with FedEx so they could be able to help us with our perishable shipping. We were taking on new purchases that we never had to make before. Boxes, coolers, ice packs, anything that was involved around shipping. So we can no longer do this with the cash that we had on hand. So because of the Plum Card from American Express and all of its benefits, it was a natural fit to help grow our business. And when someone calls and lets you know that you made their dinner, that's satisfaction that you can't get anywhere else.
Catch the madness this March at Creekside Fitness with memberships as low as $34 a month. Experience life on the fit side at Creekside Fitness.
Is it time to update your color style? RNS Paint will assist you with your choice of over 3,400 Benjamin Moore colors. Vibrant, durable, and easy to apply. Be current, be stylish. Shop RNS Paint.
My basement was dreadful. Cracked concrete, chipped tiles, it was my dumping ground. Carpet, vinyl, wood don't last. Now I have Pebble Stone, the best basement floor covering, made with natural stone and the strongest man-made binder. Pebble Stone evened out my floor. Easy to clean, resists moisture, and withstands flooding. You will love your basement. Call locally owned Pebble Stone, the best flooring system. It's not just any stone, it's Pebble Stone.
Ruli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Ruli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Ruli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
There are a lot of questions right now. Questions about our new normal, about how to unite a country divided and find equality for all. Tough questions. But here in Ohio, we've always been pretty good with answers. It's 1903. The whole world is asking, is it possible to fly? Ohio says, we've got two brothers we'd like you to meet. In '69, our country asked, who will take one small step for us? We've got the man for that. How do you make machines that move us? Machines we cheer for. How do you start a movement? Make peace, honor, rock and roll. Come back down 3-1. How do we recover from a global pandemic unlike anything we've ever seen before? Ask Ohio. We'll show you.
This is amazing. Thank you. Alex, may I serve you?
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Look at this. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, our next stop in Newcastle is Pebble Gelateria. And I said that correct.
You did. Thank you.
I was having a little trouble with that pronunciation.
Yeah.
And Alex is the owner and proprietor, and you always have 10 gelatos on the menu.
There'll always be 10 flavors. We like to get a new one in every couple weeks or so, or at least we try to. But there's always going to be 10, and then you can get all 10 if you want for only $20 with our sample platter. So that's what this is. Yep.
Now, a lot of people are not familiar with gelato, and they think it's just Italian ice cream. But there is really a healthier benefit, and there's a big difference.
Yeah, so gelato, you're gonna have a lot less butter fat, and it's gonna be made with more whole milk and that kind of stuff, which is, it's better for you.
Now, you are a very young entrepreneur. You're
19, yep.
Just a graduate of high school.
Yep. I started this when I was 17, so even younger.
Why gelato? You know what? I mean, this is a darling place.
Yes.
And then you've got, you know, really great coffee. You've got really excellent flavors in that. What made you decide to open this?
So originally, because my dad and my grandpa are both lawyers, originally my dad had this as a gelato shop before he went to law school in like the late 90s. So he had it going for a couple of years, then he shut it down. So the space was just sitting here empty. And I really, really liked gelato when we went to Italy. I think I probably tried almost every shop I could find. It's just amazing, an amazing product. And there isn't really any gelato places around here. Like the nearest place you could go is like somewhere in Pittsburgh maybe, but there's no, like nothing up here. And Newcastle has such a big like Italian population.
Exactly,
there needs to be some kind of gelato up here. So I just wanted to bring it here. But yeah, everyone's loved the gelato. And ever since we started doing the coffee on January 2nd too, everyone's loved it too.
So now you've become like a distributor because the coffee and the coffee beans, you can actually...
Yeah, so
you're distributing.
We have our own kind of coffee roasting thing, which is a real popular thing. A lot of coffee shops will do that now, where they roast their own coffee.
I mean, you are quite the entrepreneur. And now you're attending Youngstown State University.
Oh, yes.
And what is your major?
So I'm majoring in history, actually.
Okay,
yeah, real funny. You would think business, right?
Yes,
yep.
right.
No, I've always really liked history a lot. It was pretty much one of the very few subjects I was good at in school.
Yeah.
Gonna admit that out loud.
And what are you gonna do with that history major?
Well, it's really, I'm probably gonna end up going to Akron Law.
Oh, really?
Yep.
See, so you are following in your dad's footsteps.
Third generation. But they have a program with YSU where it'll shave off a year of law school and undergrad. So it's a real big like time and money saver.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you gonna keep the shop
the
whole
of course.
entire time?
The nice thing with the law degree is it's real helpful if you're like a small business owner and that kind of stuff, just to have one. So even if I didn't practice law.
Because I might sue you if my gelato is not up to standards.
Yeah.
You know, you could be selling me a low quality product.
I'm insured, so I'm fine.
Okay, but and my dad's an attorney, so there. What's your most popular flavors?
This one right here, that's the Belgian dark chocolate.
Okay, I
I'd
gotta
say
try
that one. Yeah.
Pardon
That's
me.
our top seller by far.
All right, William. Oh.
Yep.
My Lord.
Now,
that is amazing.
Something I like to do is I'll mix a little bit of the dark chocolate and the strawberry, which is that pink one you had, and it tastes like a chocolate-covered strawberry. It's amazing.
This is outstanding. And I'm really not a chocoholic, but this is something else. It's like a mousse.
It's not too sweet and it's not too bitter either. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness. So you work with other bakeries, so you could come here and get a pastry?
Yeah, with right now we're partnered with La Munja Bakery, and they make us, we normally have these in, but we don't actually have them in right now. They make us cannoli. We do a strawberry flavor and an original flavor.
And you stuff them yourself here so they're nice and crisp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love those.
We do, they make us tiramisu, it's really, really good. Scones, we have blueberry, white chocolate raspberry, regular chocolate, and apple cinnamon scones, which are amazing. We have these, they're called cake squares actually, and we do lemon, strawberry, and banana. And basically they're like, it's a big piece of cake and it has like the lemon, there's like icing and filling and flavoring all mixed together. It's amazing. We do baklava, which isn't from La Munja Bakery. It's actually from there's a tiny baklava company in Grove City, and it's all homemade that we get it from. Because a lot of small businesses, especially now, are struggling and that kind of stuff. So like to band,
I think there's a support here.
To band together and sell stuff is awesome.
So go online, and you're on all the Instagrams, you're on all the Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook, we have a website. It's all just at Pebble Gelateria too, so real easy. We do online ordering. You can just go through our website. So you can even order gelato, and then you can choose whatever time you want to come in and pick it up.
And you'll be ready to go.
And it'll be ready to go. So yeah, it's super convenient and super easy.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.